I thought I survived the crash. Turns out I almost didn't. I'm not usually someone who posts stuff like this, but the last month has been insane, and I feel like people should hear it. Back in late January, I was driving home from a job, about 80 miles out. I was so close to making it back when another driver suddenly turned across my lane. No time to react. They hit me directly on the driver's side at highway speed. Airbags exploded. My car spun off the road, down into a ditch, and slammed into the concrete base of a light pole. Even with the airbags, my head hit the windshield hard enough to crack it. And somehow, I thought I got lucky. At urgent care, they stitched up a gash on my forehead and mentioned possible microfractures in my spine, but nothing immediately life-threatening. I was shaken, sore, but alive. I went home thinking the worst was over. It wasn't. 4 days later, everything changed. I suddenly felt extremely nauseous and weak. My partner handed me a bucket before running out quickly to the store. I ended up throwing up, but the room was dark, and I didn't realize what I was looking at. It was blood. A lot of it. When my partner got back, she immediately knew something was seriously wrong. I tried to stand up, made it to the doorway, and collapsed. I hit my head again and slammed into our dog's metal bowl stand hard enough to dent it with my ribs. When I came to, I started vomiting blood again. By the time paramedics arrived, the bucket was nearly a third full. At the ER, everything moved fast, really fast. I was given multiple transfusions, 6 units total, and rushed into an emergency procedure. I was completely sedated, and apparently even then I was trying to rip out my breathing tube. They had to restrain my arms. Here's what they found. 6 ruptured blood vessels. I had been bleeding internally since the crash. I spent 3 days in the ICU. One doctor later told my family, very bluntly, that I was minutes away from dying. I had gone into class 4 hemorrhagic shock, the most severe level. I'd lost over half my blood volume. I walked away from a crash thinking I was fine. I wasn't even close. Now I'm recovering, which is its own battle. I run a small electrical business by myself, so being unable to work has been one of the hardest parts. Not to mention dealing with insurance and all the red tape that comes with this kind of thing. But more than anything, this whole experience changed my perspective. Internal injuries don't always show up right away. You can feel okay and still be in serious danger. If you ever get into an accident, no matter how fine you think you are, pay attention to your body in the days after. Don't ignore anything. I'm incredibly lucky to still be here, and I don't take that for granted anymore. Stay safe out there.